Think we live, guys. I think so. I just got off work. I had posted about the news earlier, but I wanted to talk about it. Let me okay, this paused. Let me see so I can see you guys' chats because I can't see every. Hey, Josh, I can't see anybody's chats right now. Let's see this. I can do this. There we go. Pop up chat. They got some new stuff going on with well, you guys are. I already told you guys with YouTube. So pretty sure you guys can see me now. So let me see if we're on here. I'm just gonna say a few things and then let you guys go because it's so. What's up, Carlos? Hey, John. Just gonna say a few things, then let you guys go. I know it's late, but I wanted to say something. It's this Kobe, man. All right. So earlier today, we learned that Kobe and his oldest, I think it was his oldest daughter. She was 13. Gianna had died in a plane crash, but couldn't help but cry today. It was crazy because when I first heard about it, I'm gonna tell you guys how I first heard about it. I first heard about it on. I was at work, and somebody had mentioned it, and I was like, "This can't be." First thing I do is I went to Facebook and I went to Twitter. I seen that TMZ had just reported it about the plane crash, and they were the first ones and only ones to report it. TMZ. Went to their website, but when I went to their website and I looked up for more information on the story, it had something like it had crashed or something like that. So, my mind wouldn't let me believe that this really happened. So I'm like, this can't be true. It can't be true with Kobe. So, I just didn't believe it because, last night LeBron just passed Kobe, I think, for third all time in the scoring list. So, like, I can't believe it. I think TMZ got hacked. So, I actually tweeted this out. I tweeted it out to a few people, and I tweeted it out to, it was people who talk about the TMZ article. I think it was some shoe sites, not shoe sites, but shoe pages, mentioning Kobe. And it was, who else was it? I can't exactly remember. But I said, this gotta be fake news because Kobe's too huge. He's too big just for TMZ to report it. Even though everything that really comes from TMZ is always, accurate. They were usually the first, but I just didn't think because it was like 15 minutes that had went by or something like that. And then we just started getting a bunch of news sites reporting it. But when we got the bunch of news sites that were reporting it, they were confirming what TMZ had said. A lot of them. They wasn't really coming off their own reports. They were just repeating what TMZ said. So I still couldn't believe it. They were like, Steve, this is for real. So I was like, nah, it can't be for real because they're just repeating what TMZ says. Why haven't we heard from ESPN, Lakers Nation, stuff like that yet? And then it just all started hitting. So it was just TMZ was way earlier. I couldn't believe it, man. Kobe was so iconic, not just in the sports world, just period. So he really perfected his craft. And you guys know I'm in Chicago. And I grew up watching at first Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan always be GOAT to me because I'm from Chicago. But I grew up as well watching Kobe Bryant because he came after Michael. And in my mind, I just never thought it would be another Michael. And Kobe kind of like he mimicked almost everything that Michael did, like as a player. So it was fun watching him because I was a fan of him, but I'm also an opposite of him because I'm a Michael Jordan fan. But man, it was great watching him play. Just that dedication, uh, that work. He was just fearless. He was real fearless. I'm gonna read some of your comments, and then I'm gonna talk about a couple more things I needed to talk about. She was the second oldest. I apologize. She was the second oldest. Sis 007 just reminded me. But I had recently just seen her play. I don't know if I seen her play in a game, but it was like on ESPN, and she was shooting, shooting hoops and stuff. And I'm like, man, she's gonna be. I'm thinking in my mind, she's like, once she gets in the WNBA, it's gonna be over with, because Kobe Bryant, her father, and when I think of Kobe Bryant, it's thinking like this Superman. He's the guy who's always with dedicated to hard work. So I can imagine how hard he is on his kids, because whatever person usually a parent is, he or she wants their kids to be better than them. That's the goal in life to me with teaching our kids to. But I have wrote some things down too that I wanted to talk about. The first thing I wanted to mention, what has Kobe Bryant taught us? It taught us, man, no matter what, we are human. Like I said, at first I couldn't believe that this had happened, that Kobe had died. This Superman, this Kobe Bryant, he too young to die. I'm thinking in my mind, this just doesn't make sense. LeBron just did this, passed him. All of a sudden he dies. This just can't be right. But this reminded me, it should remind everybody else, that we are human and life can go at any time. There's no timing when life can actually just be gone. You know, from you, from your loved ones. Nobody could have predicted this to happen. It was just a total shock. It's probably like the biggest shock I had since I've been alive, as far as like not sports icons, because I could just think just a person, dying. It was just like shock. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Probably because I just grew up watching them, but it was just, I just couldn't believe it. So it reminded you that we're all human, no matter how much money we have, who we are, when, where, how, at any moment, our life can be. We don't know. We have no idea when it could hit us. So, or anybody we love. So I had listened to Jason Williams talk. He's a commentator, former player at Duke and the Chicago Bulls, and he said the same thing. It's just, death is so random. It could happen so random. So if you have any loved ones that you're into it with, and I learned this a long time ago too, man. You can let it go, man. Let all that stuff go, because you just don't know when. I'm going to read some of your comments before I keep on going. What's up to everybody? Quentin, Josh, Rodney, I'm still shocked and feel so bad for his wife and family. Kobe was the closest player to MJ. I agree. Feel like you losing a family member teared up today. I ain't never experienced, I'm sad when anybody dies. We all people at the end of the day. Not one is bigger than the other. But I can't think of one like celebrity, sports icon, entertainer that has died that hit me harder than Kobe. Maybe because I just grew up watching him. But, I felt bad when a lot of people died. But this is like one of your brothers or something. Just like, man, Kobe gone? So I feel you. Tomorrow's not promised. None of us. We got to always let our loved ones know we love them. That's from Rodney. How precious life really is how we should cherish every breath. The biggest loss in sports in my lifetime. I have to agree. I don't even think about sports. I think about just period. In the entertainment world. You know. Hey, Do King. Being from Los Angeles, Kobe felt like family to us. And I can just imagine you guys. Lakers Nation. You guys know Lakers is probably one of the most you could most the most popular sports franchise there is. Guys, I'm not gonna say Bulls, but we gonna say, maybe. Lakers. You got Lakers. You have Bulls. Well, Lakers more famous than the Bulls because all the championships and stuff. But it's just, man, that Lakers Nation, they love Kobe. The Lakers Nation loves Kobe so much. There's the Lakers Nation, then there's the Kobe Nation. And the Kobe Nation is like dedicated to Kobe. They was dedicated to Kobe so much that some of them didn't even like when LeBron came to LA because people compared LeBron to Kobe, So you can imagine it because, Kobe's like MJ. Hey, Tony. Hey, Sharice, Virgo, Tony T, King Doze. But he had said let it go, and I've been learned that a while ago. I'm 30. I'm almost 36. So I learned to let go, the little things that you go through with your loved ones because anything could happen. And it seemed like he was kind of, reminiscing on something when he said it. But it's just, man, it's crazy. Another thing that we learned today is that I wrote some things down so I make sure that I hit these points. News media, and I understand it, just being on YouTube. I remember when I first started YouTube, actually taking YouTube seriously. When I first started taking YouTube so seriously, I wanted to be almost the first to react to something that was new that came out. That's my craft. Whatever I'm reporting, I wanted to be the first to report it. But you got to also be accurate. You got to confirm what you report. So it was a lot of news stories, like on social websites, that was coming from, networks that were popular. I think one of the networks where ABC had reported at first that after the thing that four of his daughters had died. Some of the reporters was reported that Rick Fox had died with him. Some people are saying 3 people died, 4 people died, 5 people died. With something so huge, and Kobe's huge, you gotta make sure you get confirmation before you just blurt it out there. You tweet it, and these are legitimate news pages that were doing this. So it's got to the point where it was unbelievable for me because it was Kobe, and we're living at a point of time where it's always a lot of fake news. So you just gotta, even when I heard it from TMZ, I gotta confirm it, and it kind of branched itself off by all the false reports after it, because they really didn't take the time to confirm it. They just all wanted to be the first one to be right, but it was just disappointing. Also, that his daughter died with him. I'm happy that his wife didn't lose all the kids, because that's what they reported at first. Second to the Yankees. Well, we could all argue who's the most popular. I'm gonna say the Bulls is the most popular. Lakers gonna say the Lakers. You got people in Boston that's gonna say the Celtics. So we'll just say they're one of the most. no game should have been played today from Creeper. And I had this in my notes too. I had this on my notes about the no games that should be played. Um, and I had got in, I was on Twitter all day. I was at work, but I was, tweeting, talking to people online, watching stuff, on YouTube, watching the news as well whenever I got a chance. Um, I heard one of the things that people were screaming that they should have stopped games today. I heard another people saying that they were mad at ESPN because they continued the Pro Bowl. Um, the thing is, Kobe was a person dedicated to his craft. He was dedicated to hard work. Um, he was just he was a stricter. He was the type. That's what you thought of him. He was real tight. He was just like his work ethic was like he goes real hard, man. So when I thought about the stopping games, I wasn't really about the stopping games, mainly because even though these events happen and he's an icon, I love Kobe. Life goes on, guys. Life goes on, and his all his hard work and stuff. We should honor him by playing hard. This should have been the hardest you should have played today if you really wanted to honor him. To me. So I wasn't with the stopping games, but I can understand the people who were with it. Um, I wanted his dedication. I think I forgot what team it was. I think it was the Spurs and the Denver Nuggets. I'm not positive. It was the Spurs against somebody, and they let the 24-second clock run out. One of the teams let the 24-second clock run out, and then the other team, the Spurs, Greg Popovich said, "Hey, make sure you do that too. We got to honor Kobe." And I thought that was pretty cool. The 20. He wore number 24, 8 and 24, and I thought that was great. I think it was Trey Young. Yeah, it was Trey Young of the Atlanta Hawks. He wore Kobe's number 8 jersey. Um, Dallas, Mark Cuban, I think he got with his players and staff, and they decided that the number 24 will never be worn again by anybody in his organization again. So you can see how hard this hit everybody. But to me, I would have went out there and played. I would have wanted to play. I think the biggest loss as a family member I lost in my life was my grandmother. And that was my love. I loved her to death. But I know how my grandmother was. She was real strict as well. And, she was just the type of person, you're working, you're doing right, always, work, work, work. So while she was sick, she had told me she wanted me to go to work. I had took a couple of days off. She told me she wanted me to go to work, and I had went to work. And after she had died, um, actually the day after, I went to work. Knew she probably would have wanted me to. So um, I don't know though. Who's right or there's no wrong answers. But the NBA playing, I think, was the right answer. So I'm gonna read some more comments before I go on. I think every team should retire Kobe Bryant jersey. I think every team will end up doing that. I think they will. Um, let's see. Reading the comments real quick. What's your thoughts on TMZ reporting the story before his family was informed? From Rodney Diak. Rodney, my thoughts. It's tough, man. It's tough. We're living in a country, man. We're living in a country, well, every country to me. The main goal is to capitalize. You have to capitalize. The company's gonna capitalize. You know, people are gonna capitalize, and just TMZ. they built themselves as being their number one. You know, they want to be number one as far as reporting news like this. Um, Me, I would have tried to personally. I would have tried to reach out to family first, or I'm sure they have some connections. They gotta have connections because they report a lot of news first a lot of times. So I probably would have tried. Well, not probably. I would have tried to reach out to family first. Um, but they were probably so devastated that they just wanted. They probably didn't even think about it. You know, the that this that his wife, would find out. They probably wasn't even thinking. Bad to say, they probably wasn't even thinking about it. They probably was hurt and wanted just to report the news, and they wanted to capitalize off of it, and they put it out there. So I don't know what to think. I know me personally, I would have tried to reach out to her first, and I mean, they reported it first by like a long. That's why I thought it was fake news because they reported it first 15, 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer before that. And I'm just like, nah, they couldn't have got the heads up by this long. But if you guys remember, I think they were the first to actually report when Michael Jackson had died as well. So, I mean, they're known for doing stuff like that. But in the end of the day, that's a company, and they're a company. You live in a country that they want to capitalize profit at any opportunity. Um, the companies are gonna be like that. You have people that's gonna be like that. My head. Well, I didn't even have no words. I was thinking about this, but it was a lot of people disappointed that a lot of Kobe memorabilia is going skyrocket. It's going way up as far as shoes, hats, jerseys, anything you could think of, basketball cards. If it was any memorabilia of Kobe, um, it's going up as far as the value, not necessarily the value, but what the sellers are auctioning off as now. So it was a shoe that was recently in the it was in the outlet. I seen it at the Nike outlet in Chicago, and I think it was going for like $100 at the Nike outlet. I had looked on something like StockX, I believe, and the resellers are now pricing that up to like $500, $400 or $500. So that's a big, huge increase. So you had a lot of people disappointed that stuff like this was going up in price, but I know it's a bad look and it's a terrible look. But like I said, you living in a country that capitalize. They always capitalize on any opportunity, and Kobe's not the first. Whenever a star or an icon or a legend in anything, whether it's in entertainment, music, whatever it is, whenever they die, their value of what you have of them always usually goes up in value. So that was a real huge thing. People talking about that. Then I was like, this always happens, as far as stuff like that, going up, and people were going off on people. Because you got Kobe was huge. Kobe was huge. So you got his fans like angry about it. Like, you guys are profiting off his death and all this, and we don't like it. And it's not really about his death. I don't want them to really think that way, because it's just with anybody, even music. You guys see, when Elvis died, you probably think pictures and stuff of him that was autographed or signed. Michael Jackson, pictures, whatever. That stuff always goes up when someone dies. So it was a lot of people. You had the angry mob out, because people was grieving. And when people grieve, sometimes they want blood. So if anything's going away that they think is disrespectful, they're hopping on that person. So I wasn't fond of it, but that's just the way it is. People are always gonna try to profit like that, and just how it has always been. Let me read some more comments before I go. Uh, on no game should have been played. Creeper. Hello, I'm from Los Angeles. How are you, Steve? Hey, Five Nuff. Anise Bank. TMZ is not black friendly. Mostly negative press. Uh, TMZ is not friendly. They're friendly, but TMZ attacks. TMZ will attack any color. I've seen TMZ. If TMZ gets the ups on you, if you're a celebrity or whatever, they don't care what color you are. Their whole business is to make money and be the first reporting it. In my eyes, I could be wrong. I really don't pay them too much attention, but I know they'll do it to anybody. Um, like they similar to Lifetime to me. You know how Lifetime people are saying, okay, they're attacking. Um, I think they said something about they're attacking black people. Lifetime will attack anybody. I've seen a lot of different races. If it comes to them showing what they believe, as far as the story, they will attack whatever. A very sad day leaving your home and making it back safely is such an underrated blessing. It's a huge blessing, man. Walking to your car to corner store is just a blessing, and that's what it reminded us. No matter who you are, no matter if you're poor, rich, black, white, what time it is, when it is, it can happen. It was just a sad thing. I was just thinking about it. I was thinking about me and my daughter too, and it's just those, just thinking, did he know it's gonna happen before it happened? Um, Probably his last moments with his daughter. It's crazy, man. That's the thing that's the really really hit home, was that his daughter was with him. Kobe would want you to play on. Yes, he would. Philadelphia took it harder than LA. Kobe, one of those people that I don't even think it really mattered. Philly, where he from, Lakers Nation. I'm telling you, Lakers Nation, Kobe fans are, man, it's like a mob. I mean, if you got anything bad to say about Kobe, watch out. But I just think, Kobe was so huge. He's just one of those players. I don't even want to say players, because it's just not basketball. It's just, he's just a huge name, and I don't think one city took it more harder than any other one. Honestly, you would think Philadelphia, LA would took it the hardest. I think the whole USA, the world took it hard. I mean, in Chicago, I took it hard. So it was people around me that was taking it hard, man. They didn't want to believe it. It was just crazy. What's up, Charlie? Hey, Five stuff. Don't believe the rumors. Yeah, they gotta be. You can't just blurt stuff out there, especially. It's now that to me is disrespectful. Like the TMZ thing reporting at first, before the wife knew. I didn't even know that at first. You guys actually brought that out to me, but I don't know for sure if that was the case. If she didn't know before they said it, but these false news, as far as, okay, this so many people happened and this person, this, confirm it first. And these were legitimate news companies. So I'm like, wow. Kobe and Gigi are a gift to this world. And I'm glad to be a fan and watch him play. GOAT, a true icon. Nobody will forget. He will be missed and never forgotten from King Doe's. I did not like how media was throwing dirty on Kobe and his family about the past. They was doing that too. I didn't read any of that, but I know they probably let them have it. Kobe was a cool dude. It's normal. Kobe sold himself in Charlie Beach. Man, I saw Kobe jersey go from 1,000 on the internet after he died, and I think that's what I wanted people to realize because there was a lot of fans online, and they were mad at a lot of the sellers, and this just happens with anybody famous. Um, when people famous die, it's just it's his value. Not it's bad to say like that, but it's like stuff always just goes. Sellers try to sell it for more, but the main reason, and I want people to realize this as well. Um, you have sellers and buyers, and we both are both. We both are sellers. We both are sellers and buyers. So you have a market, and the seller offers you a price, right? He sets a price to what he wants for his product. There's a lot of competition. We're not living in one of the markets where it's just one seller. Um, we're living in a market where it's a lot of competition out there, right? So he's competing with other sellers. If something was $100 and he prices something now at $500, you guys are angry at him. But if you guys are angry at anybody, you gotta be angry at the people that's buying it, because the seller will always price stuff based on what the market allows him to do. Just if he can't make that $500 that he's charging and no one buys it, he's gonna lower. His job is to sell, so he's gonna lower that price down and down and down and down to get the gets to sell this product. If the competition, because you always gonna have competition that's gonna go a little bit lower than you. So buyers actually set the price to the market. So, and it's messed up that it happens like that, but it always happens. When someone dies, it always happens that anything that they have that they left behind, it goes up. I'm sure his wife is gonna get offers now, as far as like his he already had stuff going on with Nike and stuff like that. The offers will probably be bigger now. But it's just the way it is when you die, especially when you just look on as an icon, as a legend. When you die, people miss you, people mourn you, people want to represent you, so they're gonna buy some stuff. I was looking for some Kobe stuff. I was looking for some Kobe shirts and stuff to buy, just to honor Kobe, man. You guys know I'm mainly a MJ man as far as my shirts and stuff like that. But I was looking at Kobe just to honor Kobe. So you can imagine what a diehard fan will do and what they're willing to spend. Yeah, Kobe was way too young. It was unbelievable. 41. Steve, you see how the MB, what is that? I thought it was MSBC. Who was it? It's MSBC? MSNBC. Let me double check. I think it was MSNBC. Yes, it's MSNBC. I think it was Allison Morris. So she had did a report on this is Dope Daniel. He says, Steve, you need to see how the MSNBC news reader addressed the LA Lakers after the tragic news was reported. It's not even repeatable. I did see it, and I was trying to give her a benefit of the doubt at first, and I'm listening, and it just sounded like, she said it. It sounded like she said it. But I mean, I really didn't pay it too much attention because, it's Kobe Day. So I didn't want to just be angry. I wanted to be, I was shocked already. So I just wanted to think about pretty much the things that I watched growing up with Kobe. But in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, and that's why I can't really go after her completely either. I don't think it, she said she made a mistake and said Nakers. She meant to say Knicks. She almost said Knicks before the Lakers or something like that, and she said Nakers. And some people gave the opinions that she made a mistake and said Knicks at first, and it just sounded like that. And some people thought it said, some racial slur. It sounded more to me on the racial side, but I can't dog her if she gave her opinion. Well, not opinion, but she said something that she really said, because I don't know for sure. I honestly don't know for sure. It could have been a mistake. It didn't sound like to me that it was a mistake. It sounded like she said exactly what it sounded like. But in reality, it could have been a mistake. It could have been a mistake, as far as she probably did mix up, the Knicks and Lakers. And I've seen these type of mistakes happen in the past. Actually, I've been a victim of this kind of mistake before. I had a friend, and not he actually what was he doing? Something had happened to his child had died. Nothing had happened. His child had died, and I just seen the photo on Instagram. And when I seen the photo on Instagram, I'm the type of person, I be so busy, working, doing things for the house, for my daughter. I stays busy a lot. So I browse through social media, just to get information. A lot of times on stuff I can report for you guys, but I do read through like my friends and families and people I like. I got some creators I like and stuff like that. And when I seen the picture of his child that had passed away, I immediately I said something like, what did I say? I pretty much said I said something. I said congratulations. No, I said congratulations or something like that. I had said, and then I said this without even reading, the topics or anything that he left behind. And I didn't even look at the comments after that. I'm the type of person sometimes when I see friends stuff or people, just people I support in general, I'm going to like it. I might not even read it, might drop a comment, and I'm just on to the next thing, and I might like that, and I might not just read it all the way through unless it's like some news stuff. So it turned out that his child had died, and I had said congratulations. I had said something, but it sounded completely disrespectful what I said. And you guys know how the angry mob is. The angry mob doesn't think that maybe this was a mistake. They just jumped on me. They just jumped on me, and they're like, "You so inconsiderate, man. Where you at?" and all this and blah blah blah. And I was like, man, these people threatening me. And I had got off Instagram all these notifications. Like, man, what happened? And they like, then somebody was like, nah, he wouldn't just said it. One person thought about that. They say, nah, he wouldn't have just said it. Steve, read the post. And I had read the post, and I just felt so bad. And I had private inbox some guys. I had posted again. I had deleted my comment, posted again, apologizing. And then I had reached out to him like, man, this was an honest mistake. And people try to start stuff sometimes when it could be mistakes. So with that lesson being learned, it did seem racial, but I don't know for a fact if it was racial. Sometimes people say things at their own house or on a regular basis, and sometimes it slips, and that's what it seemed like happened. But I can't jump on her if I don't know it's a fact. You know. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. God bless everyone in the chat. I honestly think she made a mistake. Why would any reporter in their own right of mind come out and use that word? And is in this major tragedy. I think. I think what black people are mad about is that sometimes, you know, when stuff is done in the comfort of certain areas and stuff, a person could be saying a word and then it just slip out. Some things just slip out sometimes if you just used to saying it on a regular. And I think that was the mind frame that they get in. But I do think it was probably, I don't know. I think it was probably a mistake. Could it have been that she said it? Yeah. But I just don't know. I really don't know. I can't say it's a fact that she said it. Did it sound like it? Yes. But I just don't know. My daughter has a recording of the MS. Yeah, it sounded like that. I'm not going to even. To me, that's what I thought she said. But she posted and she said what she said. But I think people just thought that, she's used to using the word regularly. And she slipped and said it. And it happens. People slip and say stuff, off that, off your mind by mistake when they're used to doing certain things. I never forget. Who was it? Who was that? I think it was the R. Kelly situation. And I remember when he was hot in the news and stuff. And he could have said anything. I'm the greatest ever in R&B. I'm this. I'm the best in R&B. He had made a comment before that he was the Pied Piper of R&B, and he probably didn't even know what it meant. And it just came off that this was a person that was attacking children and stuff. So I mean, people slip things, and they slip things bad of who they really are, and I think that's why people are attacking her. But she could have made a mistake, so I didn't want to take that from her. I want to get back to the topic. So I talked about the people going on that to stop the games, the media. That was pretty much everything I wanted to hit. I got through everything. His daughter. I don't really. It's hard for me to talk about his daughter too much because that was like the saddest thing. So it was just because it's just hard for me to picture myself in that situation. You know, I hope it just wasn't just completely obvious at first. But it's man, it's sad. But I'm gonna get ready to go, guys. You guys got any more questions? You want to get something out your chest? So that was the main thing I wanted to get out. He died from. Oh, we got a spammer. Oh, don't do it. There we go. I don't know if that was a spammer or whatever. Fake news. Is people actually reporting that for real? That's crazy. Steve, you're a good man. I respect your opinion on not judging the news reader on what she said. Man, I think that just earned me even more respect from your great qualities. Respect, brother. Who was that? So I'll unhide him. Yeah, because I mean, it did sound like it. It sounded like it, but I mean, but I just been victim before of making honest mistake, and a lot of people be victims of making an honest mistake. I was a victim of making an honest mistake when nothing like it this, happened. But it's gonna be people jumping on people. Like it was people jumping on people with the sellers, and I understand it does seem disrespectful, but just look at where they are. They're living in these countries are taught to profit off anything. You know, they capitalize off anything. Um, I could probably just imagine what the Lakers tickets are gonna be for the next home games. Are they in the wrong? Because I can imagine. I bet you the Lakers games aren't regular price tickets right now. I bet you they're probably going up on them. So anything related to Kobe is probably just going up. So I just wanted people just to take it easy on them guys too. Then I wanted them guys to kind of think a little bit more too. Just don't throw it up in people's face. Uh, I don't know. I really don't know. Everything I'm saying is opinion. Is it safe to update the meat box from Tim? I'm not sure yet. I haven't updated mine yet, Tim. I'll let you know because I do have to. I do have a meat box here. I have to do for my aunt. Yeah, that's what made it tough, Rodney. Not only him, it already. I felt it in my gut when it was him. When they said the daughters too, I'm just thinking, man, those last moments, crazy. I honestly, if my last moments, if it was me in a situation, I don't even want to think about it like that. But oh man, I wouldn't even want to really know. Just let it happen. Uh, if it couldn't just happen, and I seen it coming, I would have probably tried to comfort my baby the best I could, and just let her know I loved her. Just held her. Yes, it's tough to swallow. It's tough to swallow, man. It's real tough to swallow. Then I heard, I had my one friend. He was like, "Why was Kobe traveling on a plane and stuff?" Kobe's worth millions. Millionaires travel by the planes and jets like that. They don't drive everywhere. I guess he's scared of planes, my friend. I was like, then you're not in the situation as Kobe. Kobe's father played uh, basketball. Um, he's used to traveling already. He's used to traveling by plane by his father. So you can just imagine he's used to it. He probably even knows how to fly a plane. So he's gonna actually flying a plane is nothing to him. And then whenever somebody mentioned planes, being scared of planes and stuff like that, and I used to be scared of planes when I was younger, but whenever somebody mentions planes, I just have to think about, I think about the stats. The number of car deaths, related deaths, is nowhere near as plane deaths. There's way more deaths in a car than there is in a plane. So you're still gonna drive your car though, right? So that's what I always remind people. Hey, Philip. So let me see. It's 12:24 here in Chicago. I'm gonna get ready to go, bro. I'm over here sick from Philip. Yeah, I think it's gonna hit for a while, man. It's gonna hit people for a while. It's so sad. For just imagine tough. I would just hold my daughter tight, but like you said, it's hard to even imagine that because you don't want to imagine it because I don't know, man. It would be hard for Kobe to go to the airport. That's true to LA Classics. Then you got some of these players when they worth millions and stuff. They have their own planes. They have their own. Some of them have their own jets. Some of these jets. Just imagine you can get somewhere so quick. So that's what they do. They have busy schedules where they gotta be here and there, and do this and that. So they're flying. They're flying, and it's hard. Like he said, it's hard for Kobe to go to the airport, and it's timely too. It's probably more timely. But I don't know, man. I just wanted to say before I leave, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and Gigi. You know, I was just watching Gigi. I like to say like a week or 2 weeks ago, and she was shooting hoops. She was shooting some hoops. I don't know if it was a game. I believe it was a game. I don't know if it was some highlights of a past game, or it's just past. I mean, or present the game she just played. But I'm just was thinking, Gigi is going to be a star. I just knew it just because Kobe just so hard at it. She stuttered between Knicks and Lakers and said Nakers and apologized on Twitter for the implications. Some took it as on MSBC. Yeah, she did a Twitter thing, but I don't know. I listened to it. It didn't sound like it, but I can't say either or. My opinion, it didn't sound like Nakers. It did to me when I listened to it. I listened to it a few times. It sounded racial, but I can't judge. She came out and said she didn't mean it, and she said, about the Knicks, and then people were like, "How you don't know Kobe's a Laker?" Um, some people not that big in sports, or it could just slip, made a mistake. So I don't know. I don't know how to call it. So I just gotta say not even think. I won't even really think about it too much because I can't prove what's fact or not. I don't know. I bet Kobe paid for everybody in the helicopter. Yeah, most definitely. Cause it was his. I think it wasn't it his helicopter. L.A. Classics. I didn't get to read about that, but I heard. I heard it was Kobe, Gigi, and I heard it was. I think it was what they were going to. I think it was the basketball camp or something like that, and I heard it was a family or something of another person who was in the camp or playing with Gigi. Oh, J. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of J. I gave J the benefit of the doubt that he made a mistake. Okay, had to get rid of him. To get banned by me too. It was a chopper. Getting banned by me too is bad because I really don't care what people. Well, my friend, I'm out of here. Good night, bro. Good night. Fine enough. Enough. I'm gonna get ready to go, guys. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and Gigi. I want to wish the best to his family, his wife, his kids, his whole family, and the other victims too of the crash. You know, they were human too. They was human just like Kobe, and this one of the things. We all are human. We all are human, and I think that's one thing that hit me too, because I just couldn't believe that he had died. Like I said, he was like Superman. It was like how Kobe Bryant died, but he's human. He's human just like me. He bleeds just like me. It's just he makes millions, and I'm just a regular guy. But in the end of the day, we all human, and then we all have people that's gonna hurt. Um, so man, just live life the right way, man. Live life for you, your family, accomplishing your goals, and it's just like Jason said a good thing, man. Let it go. If you're beefing with somebody that you love, let it go. Orange Coast baseball mistake coach and his wife and daughter also. That's who it was, B. Davis. Thank you. It was a private helicopter, they said. Yeah. And then the reports, because they were so conflicting at first. I'm at work. I'm trying to, work and look at these tweets. And then it says 3 confirmed, 4 confirmed, 5 confirmed. And I just didn't know how many was confirmed. Then I heard about the 4 daughters. I'm like, wow. And then it's bad once I heard just one was with her. I was like, okay. Because I was thinking in my mind when I heard 4 daughters, I didn't get to watch the games yesterday, the basketball game. But I know LeBron passed them up in the third scoring, third in scoring list. So I was thinking in my mind, did he go see LeBron and take his daughters with him last night? I don't know, but I don't even know if they played in LA last night. But I just had all these thoughts racing. Why is it always a mistake when they do it? Philip, it's not always a mistake. It's not always a mistake. Some stuff is done intentional. The thing is, I just can't. I'm just at the point where I just don't want to judge anyone no more. Because mistakes do happen, and sometimes mistakes do happen. That's just the way the person are. And sometimes mistakes happen, and it was just an honest mistake. But we can't. What if we all go? Because it did sound like it was racial to me. But what if we all say it was racial, and it's just that possibility, that chance, that it was a mistake? That's nothing that she was thinking of or thought of or would have did or said. And we're here, calling for everything to go wrong for her off of we think that isn't a fact. That's why I don't want to even, judge it. Oh my God. The trolls are out. Get ready to go. The trolls out. Hey, Mr. Butler. Well, peace to everybody, guys. I wish the best for you and your family. I'll probably be live again. I'm not sure if I'm going to be live tomorrow, but Tuesday for sure, I'll be live with you guys, for the show. But I wanted to get on tomorrow, hear some of you guys' thoughts, let you guys talk. May they all rest in peace. Certainly shocking from B. Davey. Yeah, it was a shock. It shook up the world. I couldn't believe it. It took me, and that's just the type of person it is. I got to confirm it. So it took me, I like to say 15, 20 minutes to confirm. I was calling it fake news at first. I was like, this got to be fake news. But I'm going to talk to you guys later. Blessings to you and your family. And tune in, man. Probably tomorrow. If I go on tomorrow, I'll shoot on, what's that called? I'll shoot on the other software so I can just invite you guys on. And you guys can talk if you want to, if I get a chance to go on tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys Tuesday. But I'm going to talk to you guys later. And thanks for coming on the show, guys.